Good morning, this is Jacob, Red Rock Roofing, standing for greatness. Thank you so much for allowing us to come out here and do a quick roof inspection. Today, I'm here at 4420 Brentwood, doing a quick inspection here in Wheat Ridge. Thank you so much, Kelly, for allowing us to come up here on the roof and do a quick inspection. Now, I have already been up on the roof and I marked a couple of things, but as I make my way up the ladder, the first couple things that I want to point out. The first is what you see here is this sand-like substance throughout the actual gutter system. What this is the granules from the roof system dislodging from the shingles and coming into your gutter system. This gives me an idea of the age, wear, and tear of the roof. Not a drastic amount of granules in the gutter system, but it is pretty consistent throughout, so I just want to point that out. Next thing I want to point out is what's called drip edge. Drip edge, by code, is a 2-inch by 2-inch metal flange designed to completely encapsulate these eaves. You do have that. That is code, so that looks fantastic. Bear with me here just a moment. The next thing I'm looking for is what's called collateral damage. What collateral damage is signs and indicators that hail had hit the soft metals up here, leaving some indentation. If you take a look, there are a few dings here. I had to chalk it up to kind of show those. They are kind of small, but they are here. Next thing that any insurance adjuster is going to look for up here on the roof is what's called spalding. What spalding is when hail hits the shingle, dislodges the granules, showing the fiberglass underlayment underneath. I went ahead and circled a couple areas here where you can see that the granules are actually disappearing from here from after a hail hit. Now, the age of this roof is a little bit older. You can see as a whole, most of the shingles here are missing at least a good 15 to 25% of their granules. So this tells me that this roof is a little bit older. It's very crispy underfoot. As far as hail damage though, because of the amount of damage already around the shingles, it's going to be very hard to identify. And unfortunately, I don't think that you have a hail claim here. However, it's definitely important to know what your options are, as every step that I take up on this roof is very crispy. Now, you do have an older ventilation system with the turtle vents. This would be a fantastic candidate for a ridge vent system that'll go right up here on the ridge. That'll actually be 17 times more effective than one of these standard turtle vents to guarantee that you're getting that air circulation that you need to make sure that you have a long-lasting shingle. Other things that I want to point out up here, I went ahead and looked for any kind of penetration points. What that is any kind of place where maybe there are nails such as this that aren't sealed by an epoxy or some kind of silicone. Good news is it looks like everything up here is fairly sealed. I'm not seeing any kind of penetration points or any other major issues. All the flashing looks pretty good. You have the flat roof lined up where it's supposed to be. So as a whole, I give this roof a pass for hail damage and a pass for probably the next few years. But after about 5 or 7 years, it's definitely time to know what your options are, as this roof is pretty crispy. You are missing a good amount of the granules up here, and that's just something to pay attention to. Other than that, Jacob Wheeler, Red Rock Roofing, standing for greatness. Thank you so much for allowing us up on the roof today.